Hello all, welcome to part 2 of last XPath function. So let's get started. In the previous session, I've explained how to use last XPath function in XPath expressions for locating the last positioned element, right? Now in this session, I'm going to cover more details about how to use this function for achieving few other things. Let's say I want to locate last but one element. In the last session or previous session, I covered how to use this function for locating the last position element. But I am saying locating the last but one element, not the last one, last but one element. Okay. How to do that? Can I use the last XPath function for this purpose? Yes, definitely yes. So I'll practically demonstrate this, guys. As part of explaining all these topics, I'm going to do the practical demonstration. For that, I'll open this browser and take you to the sample application page, that is omayo.blogspot.com. Once you are landed on this website page, I'll right click and select inspect option. And here I'm going to click on this double arrow and select selector sub. Now here, I want to locate all the elements which contain the input tag on this web page. /input. Total 34 elements are there. In that 34 elements, I want to locate the last one. This I already covered in the previous session, right? How to locate the last element which is in the 34th position. The best way to do is surround this with circular brackets and here put square brackets, and here I need to either put 34 or in place of that you can put last XPath function. Press enter. The last element on this website page which is having input tag name in its HTML code of the element is getting located. But now I want to locate the last but one element. So that is a 33rd element. Okay. Total 34 elements are having the input tag on this web page, right? 33 element I want. So 33 positioned element I want. So what I can do is last XPath function, just add -1, press enter. That's it. You can do operations here, guys. Okay. You can do addition, multiplication, division, subtraction, anything you can do. So if I subtract it by -1, this may be required in real time, guys. Okay. Sometimes you may not be requiring the last element. You may require last but one element or last but two element. What you will do? You have to say -1. Okay. So this will locate. This XPath expression is locating the last but one element containing the input tag on this website page. Out of the 34 elements, this is the last but one element. That is 33 element, 33rd position element indirectly. So this is answer for getting the or locating the last but one element. Now let's locate the last but two element. So what to do? Simple. Here instead of -1, what do you have to say? -2. Press enter. You see this book checkbox field is nothing but the last but two element. Okay. So this answer guys for the second challenge that is mentioned here. Using the last XPath function, by doing some operations, we can find the required type of elements. Locating middle positioned element. Out of 34, what is a middle position element? 34 divided by 2, that is 17. 17th position element is nothing but the middle positioned element. I want to locate that 17th positioned element, which is nothing but out of 34, 17th is a middle element, right? I want to locate that. How to do that? I have to say, if I say last means it will locate the 34th element, 34th position element, which is the last. So what I will do here is to get the middle element, I have to say div. Okay. I have to use something known as div for division space 2. Okay. Space div space 2. Last XPath function space div space 2. Press enter. You see 17th positioned element out of the 34 elements which are there with the input tag. 17th positioned element having the input tag is getting located, nothing but this particular button. Let's confirm that. How to confirm that? Instead of this, I'll just provide 17. Is it working? Total 34 elements are there with input tag. 17th is the middle one. You see, it's locating the same tag. So instead of giving 17, you can also give last space divide space 2. It's locating. So this is the answer. Okay. To locate the middle positioned element, this is the answer, guys. Next, locating last element which satisfies another condition also. Okay. Let's say I want to locate the last positioned element. That is this checkbox field. Okay. So along with that, this particular checkbox field, which is in the last position having the input tag. Okay. This particular element should have the input tag and it should be in the last position. Out of the 34 elements, this particular checkbox field on this web page is having the last, and it should have the type attribute value as checkbox. All the conditions should get satisfied. Along with this last XPath function, we can also use another condition here. So if this element satisfies that it has input tag name in its HTML code, let's find it out. Yes, this element which got located here Does it have input tag name? Yes. Is it in the last position? Yes. Out of 34 elements, this is the last element. Okay. So last, that is also satisfying. Along with that, type attribute with some value. What is the type? Type checkbox. Type checkbox. It's satisfying. If I give radio, it won't locate. Because you see here, this checkbox field has an input tag name. Okay, it has input tag name. It's in the last position also, but it doesn't have the type attribute value as radio. One of the condition is failing. So everything should match. Everything should match. Then only it will locate. So here if I say checkbox, then only it will locate. Okay. The last position element having the input tag and whose type attribute value is checkbox, that only will get located. So this is a proof. Okay. This is how we can add multiple conditions, guys. When you use last XPath function as a one condition, you can also use another condition like this. If multiple conditions are there, both the conditions should satisfy. Then only that particular element will get located. Otherwise, you will get zero elements. Okay. So with practical demonstration, I've explained the part 2 of last XPath function, where I explained more details about the last XPath function, how to use it in different type of situations, which were not covered in the part 1 of that is in the previous session of the last XPath function I covered in the previous session. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.